A special treat here. We have a special treat. Um, this is Princess, and this is a deck that my wife built a few years back. And it is actually very fun. She likes fair magic. She's not a sick individual like me. Excuse me. Jeez. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, she likes fair magic, but this deck has gotten very mean, and yes, it's very just as it is. You can see she has the deck box all decorated and liking very much. So we are lucky enough to let some of the secrets of this weird deck come out, and I will show you what's in it. I made some suggestions. She took some of them, but I will say it's very fun. I've brought it and played. It's a little more casual, but let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. A beloved, a princess. Oh, sometimes a gentle slipper can travel where an armored boot's been denied. And certainly that will be doing that. So lifelink, 1/1 for 1. We have 3 champion of the parish. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on champion of the parish. You guys see the card champion of the perished? Pretty funny, right? Get it? Anyhow, right here we have Venerable Knight, and I will tell you a funny story about this. So may this blade guide you on your great journey as it did me on mine. So this 2/1 for 1 white here, this human knight, I said to Ash, I'm like, hey, look at that older knight. She's like getting down. She's like, hey, I've had it. I'm done. Like, you kid, come here. Take up the sword here. And she said, I thought that was like a little person. I was like, what? A little person? She's like, yeah, like a little tiny person with like a cape. Now look at when you look at it. Picture like a little hobbit woman warrior. Or like a dwarf warrior. Look at the cape, right? Going over that and then look at the leg. And then when I looked at it, right, look, I'm like, oh my goodness, I totally see it. But then I was like, honey, I wish it was true, but no. It's just a older woman on her knee. In any case, a 1, a 2, a 3 Venerable Knights. Because when Venerable Knight dies, put a 1/1 counter on a knight you control. We have 1 Soldier of the Pantheon here. Whenever an opponent casts a multicolored spell, you gain 1 life, but it has protection from multicolored. It's a 1 body, a 2, a 1 mana, 2 drop. So I'm guessing that's why she has that in there. So it's very fast and efficient. Now here is annoyance. I said, is this modern legal? I still am like, I don't know. She says it is, so I'm not gonna look, but I'm surprised because Tempest, I'm like, nah. But I guess it was reprinted or something. So we have 2 of these in here, and for 1 white, you can tap target creature. Oh boy. And for 1 and a white, you get a 1/2 soldier. So there's 1, a 2 of these. Now here's another card that is really annoying. This has flanking. Whenever a creature without flanking blocks, the blocking creature gets -1, -1 until end of turn. If Knight of the Holy Nimbus would be destroyed, regenerate it. So you can pay 2. Knight of the Holy Nimbus can't be regenerated this turn. Only any opponent may play this ability. It's like, yeah, that's what I want to do, right? Like, save some mana after this thing becomes like a 5/5, like turn 3. So there's 2 of these. And then here's another card that really gets to be a problem. This 1 and a white, you get a double strike human soldier. So 1, 2, 3, a 4 fencing aces. And equally problematic for 1 and a white, you have this Knight of New Benalia, which is a 3/1. So 1, 2 of those. Luminarch Aspirant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. 1 and a white for a 1/1. I believe there's 2 of those. Yep. Man, I played this deck so many times against it, rather, but it's weird looking through it. All right. Worthy Knight. So there's just 1 of these, I think, or 2 maybe. So Worthy Knight, whenever you cast a Knight spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So more humans entering the battlefield. Tempered Veteran, 1 and a white, you get a 1/2 and pay 1 white, and you can put a 1/1 counter on target creature with a 1/1 counter on it. And for 4 and 2 whites, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So pretty much that's going to be ignored, but I've seen this done plenty of times. Resolute Reinforcements, another new addition. When Resolute Reinforcements enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. So 1 and a white. 1/1. Got Benalish Marshal. There is a 1. Get a 1/1 counter for other creatures. It's very nice. A lord. Other creatures too, and it's just a human knight. That's exciting, right? It doesn't say other knights or other humans. Very good card. Very underrated card. It's probably that cost right there. Imagine if this was like 2 in a white. Um, or even if it was like 1 in a white and it was like a 2-1 or something, or like a 2-3 or a 1-2, something weaker. But anyways, Banalis, I think there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then here's a little kicker pooper here. This stupid thing. The brood moth. Now, that casting cost though. Ugh. But flying, whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. Then we have 2 planeswalkers on it. Oh. But this one's not too bad. So for 1 and 2 white, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human creature with indestructible. It's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. You can +1 Gideon, and up to 1 other target creature you control gains your choice of vigilance, lifelink, or indestructible. Then exile a non-land permanent for the -6. But I mostly see this used as like a 4/4 indestructible for 3 mana. So then Basri Ket here. This is one like Rami Malek, right? So Rami Malek here. I mean, man, just reminds me of that guy. I know, like when you look up close, it doesn't, but Rami Malek was in this like fantasy movie or something. I swear it was fantasy. I can't remember what the movie was, but he looked like that dude in it right there, without the beard. But Basri Ket for 1 and 2 white. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible. And this is the one that's always done with this, I see. Like, whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. So I've seen this make like 3 and 4, and not good. Not too good, you know? Especially with these things here. So Path to Exile, remove target creature from the game. Its controller may search his or her library for a basic land card. Put that card into play tapped and shuffle his or her library. So, got 2 of those, and that one was one I gave her. Very nice, sweetie. I'm glad you like it. We got Oust. So for 1 white, put target creature into its owner's library, second from the top. Its controller gains 3 life. So, we have Sunlance. Sunlance deals 3 damage to target non-white creature. We have Brave the Sands as an enchantment here. Creatures you control have vigilance. Each creature you control can block an additional creature. 1 copy of this newly added card, Recommission. Return target artifact or creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If a creature enters the battlefield this way, it enters with an additional 1/1 counter. Now here's one that... This one is like pure flavor. I was like, honey, there's better things. But anyways, Trapped in the Tower. But this is kind of cool. Enchanted creature without flying. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So for 1 and a white and activated abilities, that does not mean the Venerated Rot Priest, which is a triggered ability, which I had to so kindly remind. We have Planar Disruption, a similar thing. I think somebody was trying to deal with the rat priests. Oh, I'm just kidding. Enchant artifact creature or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Somebody wishes that said triggered, I bet. Alright, and we have Generous Gift. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant token, and there's just 1 of these. And there is these cool lands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those black and white plains. We have 2 of these. There's that plains, and there's another one of those. Let's see. I know there's 18 lands in here. And there's cool jump start with the dog. One of those. I don't care for those. Like that. Those are cool. And oh, look at that. That's my house. If anybody doesn't know, I live right there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hey, anybody like pigs to keep as pets? They're real clean.